Welcome to the Explainer. So, Austin's airport, it is absolutely bursting at the seams. I mean, if you've flown out of that recently, you felt it. But right behind all those construction walls, there's a multi-billion-dollar plan unfolding to completely transform the place. Today, we're going to pull back that curtain on Journey with AUS, the official roadmap to Austin's airport of the future. To really get why all this chaos is happening, you only need to know one number: 30 million. Yep, that's the annual passenger capacity Austin's airport is being rebuilt to handle. It's a huge leap from where we are today, and it is the single biggest reason for every single project we're about to talk about. All right, so here's our game plan for this explainer. We're going to start with the foundation, the stuff that's actually already done. Then we'll jump into the big changes you'll start to see over the next few years. After that, we'll look at the really big long-term vision, and then we'll wrap it all up with what actually matters most, what all this means for your travel experience.
Okay, first up, let's just set the stage a little and really get to the bottom of the driving force behind this entire multi-billion-dollar program.
So the whole project is officially called Journey with AUS. But, before we go any further, there's a really important detail here for anyone living in Austin. This whole thing is being funded by things like airline fees, airport revenue, federal grants. What it's not being funded by is local Austin taxpayer money. Zero.
What's kind of cool is that this journey didn't just kick off. A lot of the major foundational work is already finished, quietly setting the stage for the massive changes that everyone is about to see.
Over the last couple of years, while we were all just dealing with those crowded terminals, crews were busy working behind the scenes. They've already installed a brand new baggage system that can handle 4,000 bags an hour, they've expanded international arrivals, and they built a whole new fuel facility. These are those crucial, kind of unglamorous upgrades that have to happen to make everything else possible.
Okay, now let's get to the real heart of this explainer, the projects that are coming between 2026 and 2028. This is the period when you, the passenger, will really start to see and feel the difference every single time you fly.
And this timeline just lays it all out. Starting in 2026, we're looking at a major milestone pretty much every single year, covering everything from passenger comforts to those critical airfield operations. So let's break them down.
The first huge change you're going to see is the West Gate expansion. And this isn't just some small add-on. We're talking about a massive new section being added to the main terminal, and it's set to open in the spring of 2026.
And just to put this in perspective for you, we're talking about an 84,500 square foot, 3-level addition. It's a $165 million investment aimed directly at creating more space, more comfort, and just more options for all of us travelers.
And this really captures the whole philosophy here. It's not just about cramming in 3 more gates. No way. They're adding things that actually make the travel experience better. A playscape for kids, a quiet room, and some really cool Austin touches like a public outdoor balcony and even a replica of a historic moonlight tower. Now, while the terminal is getting bigger on the inside, 2 other really critical projects are creating more space for processing people and parking cars. So 2 huge projects are tackling some major choke points. First is the atrium infill. It's actually a pretty clever fix. They're basically filling in that big open area above baggage claim to create 12,000 new square feet for security and ticketing. Then, later in 2026, the brand new yellow garage opens, adding a desperately needed 7,000 parking spaces. And at the exact same time, there's this massive airfield project going on that's tackling one of the biggest headaches for any busy airport: runway congestion and those frustrating ground delays.
The solution? 2 miles of new taxiways running right down the middle of the airfield. This is going to let planes move around way more efficiently, which should cut down on those times you're just sitting on the tarmac. But even more important, this project has to happen before they can even think about starting to build the next concourse. This quote from the airport CEO just sets up the next big step perfectly. With that massive new Concourse B still years and years away, the airport needs a smart, interim solution to handle the crowding right now.
Okay, this is a really crucial point, so let's break it down. There are 2 new concourses coming. The first one, opening in 2028, is called Concourse M. Now think of this as a temporary bridge. It's a 6-gate facility that you'll get to by shuttle bus. Its only purpose is to give some immediate relief from the crowding, which then allows them to start the years-long, massive construction of the permanent 26-gate Concourse B. And all of this work that's happening in the near term, well, it enables a truly transformational long-term vision for what the airport is going to become in the next decade.
And here it is, the long-term payoff. We're talking about that brand new 26-gate Concourse B way out in the middle of the airfield. It'll be connected to the main terminal by an underground train or walkway. And the main terminal itself? It's going to be completely new, built right where the old red garage stands today. This is a total, ground-up reimagining of the entire airport.
So after years of orange cones and construction walls and all that hassle, what's the ultimate payoff for you, the traveler?
Well, when this is all said and done, your whole journey, from the moment you pull up to the curb to when you get to your gate, it should be so much smoother and way less stressful. I mean, this pretty much sums it up. More room, more options, fewer delays, and an airport that finally has the capacity to handle Austin's incredible growth, while still feeling like Austin.
This entire journey is really about methodically transforming what's become a very, very busy regional airport into a modern, comfortable, and efficient global gateway that's actually ready for the future.
Which, of course, leaves us with one final big question. This massive plan is all designed to get the airport to a capacity of 30 million passengers by the 2030s, but with Austin's relentless growth, you gotta wonder, what will the next Journey with AUS even look like?